Hey you guys, welcome back to Lisa and Company, where we do lots of budget-friendly DIY design and decor. Today's video, I hit my local restore and I bought frames. I bought so many frames. In fact, I have so many frames now that we're going to have to do this upcycling video in two parts. Today, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of projects with these thrifted frames and turning them into beautiful home decor. Why don't we get started? For the first project today, I am going to be using a frame that looks like it may have already been used for a project before, but what a great deal. It has no backing on it or mat or anything. It doesn't even have a wire for hanging on the back. So I am going to give this a good solid coat of my dark gray chalk paint, and then I'm going to be dry brushing over top. I didn't want to see the gold and sort of that woven element coming through, so this is how I'm going to turn it into a beautiful farmhouse piece. To finish this piece off, I am going to be using the Dollar Tree's black and white buffalo plaid ribbon, and I was inspired by a piece I saw many years ago at Hobby Lobby that had metal bars kind of in a frame, and then they hung a wreath on it. Well, I don't have metal bars to add to this, but I think the ribbon will look great. Now, here's the thing. You could do this with whatever fit your home decor, whether it be ribbon. I thought the faux leather ribbon from Dollar Tree would have looked good on this. You could use heavy jute or rope or the nautical rope from Dollar Tree. There are so many options. And as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking old belts or purse straps. There are so many ways to do this that I'm almost thinking I have to make another one. So, I said we're doing this in two parts. You might want to keep your eyes peeled for the second part of this video because I am literally getting inspired and getting ideas as we go through this one. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss that video. I'm using a wreath I had left over from an old project and a small piece of wire that I'm just going to tuck through and attach on the back. I'm going to finish this off with a really pretty detail. I have these Dollar Tree thumbtacks, and using my side cutters, I'm going to trim off the actual pin part. And be careful, you don't want this to fly into your eyes, and you're left with just the top. We're going to use these as a really pretty, almost decorative nail head trim on the end of each piece of ribbon. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a drop of hot glue down and then put the thumbtack on it. Now, don't do it the other way around if you put the hot glue on the metal. First, it dries really, really quickly, and second, it gets really hot really fast, and you don't want to do that. This may be one of my favorite pieces that I've made for a while, although it is definitely neutral in theme and season. It is so spring-like, and I am going to get this up on the inside of my door like today. We're going to use this large piece of wall art and turn it into a beautiful modern piece of wall decor with a message. I picked this up at the restore with a little bit of damage on one corner, so I've already filled that with some spackle and we'll sand it down in just a bit. In the meantime, let's get this clean and let's start putting our letter stickers down. Now, you can do any message that works for you. You can also center this, left align it, or right align it. I'm going to focus right over the trees here and keep everything to the right side of this piece of artwork. To make sure everything lines up well, start with the last letter of each word and work your way backwards to the beginning. Because this piece of artwork has so much texture, we're going to be using some Mod Podge all over this just to fill in. This way, if anything bleeds underneath, it's the clear Mod Podge and not the paint we're going to use afterwards. For the first layer of white paint, and you can use whatever works for you, I'm going to use one of these makeup sponges from a dollar store to put on the first layer of paint really thin. Once I've done that over all of the letters and I've got another really good seal on there, I'm going to go over the entire thing, the entire canvas, frame, and letters with a coat of white paint. Now this part is so satisfying. We're going to take off those letter stickers and reveal the color that was underneath on the original artwork. And doesn't that look great? Now go through and do that with all your letters and reveal your message. Home is such an important place for all of us. It's our sanctuary. It's where we gather with our families and where we make our memories. I hope you enjoyed this DIY and I hope you'll try one yourself. While I was working out these DIYs, I had frames all over the place, and Aslan just wanted you to see that he is pretty as a picture. I got 4 matching Restore frames and we're going to make something really fun with these. Now, they are beautiful and I plan to put paper inside them. However, the way these were professionally framed, it is going to take a ton of work. So, my new plan, once I have these frames painted, and I'm going to use some gray chalk paint to do that, I am going to fill in right on top of the glass with some really pretty old book pages. We're going to use an old copy of Pride and Prejudice I picked up at the Restore. You know why, you guys? Because there is nothing offensive in this book. There is nothing worse than doing a DIY with book pages and finding something really awful on the page that you've chosen. We're going to pop those in here once we've got them cut to the right size, and we're just going to use a good old school glue stick to do this. It's a lot tidier than Mod Podge. You won't get any wrinkles, and it is quick and easy, no drying time. On top of that, I'm going to use one of these Dollar Tree poster stickers. You can get these stickers anywhere, dollar stores, craft stores, Amazon, and they are really easy to use. Now I couldn't find my ruler, so I am using a little block of Sculpey to make sure I've got this exactly in the right spot and to make sure that they're all in the right spot all the way along. To make our new home sign easy to hang, we're going to attach these together along the back using some hot glue and some burlap ribbon. And even though we're going to use the wire on the top frame to hang this, we're going to add one more loop of the burlap ribbon just as a really nice finishing touch on the top of the frame. This is the way our home sign came together. I installed it vertically, but you could do this horizontally as well. I just love the way the gold detail just peeks through that gray paint, but don't forget, you can do this in any color to suit your decor. I hope you'll take a second and jump on over to Instagram and join me at Lisa & Company DIY. This is where I share not only new videos, but lots of snippets from my daily life, my kids, my dog, you name it, it's on Instagram. So hop on over to Lisa & Company DIY on Instagram. We're going to be using this typography box frame from the Restore for this project. This one's great because for $1, we're going to double our money and do a 2-sided sign. I've already gone ahead and painted this a beautiful dark gray chalk paint all the way around, leaving the center in white paint, creating like a beautiful box frame. I've got a couple of things I can finish this out with, this scrapbook paper or some leftover wrapping paper. I just love these birds and I thought they were perfect for what we were doing here. I'm going to be using some Mod Podge to put them down after I trimmed them just about as close as I could with a nice sharp pair of scissors. You want to put a fine but even layer of Mod Podge down, put your bird down, and put another light layer over top. Now to make sure this has a great finish on it, we're actually going to put that Mod Podge all over the white paint and the interior part of the gray frame so it all has the same matte finish. With one side finished, we can turn our attention to the other side, and I have a leftover metal flower from an old project that we're going to use on the outside of the box frame. To attach the flower, I'm going to use this small wooden block and some hot glue, first attaching it to the back of the flower, and then we're going to do the same thing and attach it to the box frame. Make sure you get whatever you're putting here right in the center so it doesn't drive you crazy down the road. I had already gone ahead and painted this Restore candlestick in the same dark gray chalk paint, and I'm going to be using E6000 as well as some hot glue to attach this to the bottom of the box frame. And now our $1 box frame from the Restore is two beautiful pieces of home decor. Make sure you tell me down in the comments which side is your favorite. Now this DIY is beyond simple, but it is a little bit sentimental. I created this in Canva, Graham Party of Three, for a very good friend of mine who recently moved into her first home with her kids. I picked up this frame for $1 at the Restore, and I am literally just going to pop this printable right into the frame, and then as soon as this video is done, I'm going to gift this over to them for their new home. I really just wanted to show you guys how inexpensively and simply you can update your home's decor by thrifting a few $1, $2, or $3 frames from a Restore or another thrift store. You can use wallpaper, wrapping paper, kids' artwork, just about anything that you could print off of the internet, as well as great graphics available for free on lots of sites. I'm going to include the link for Graphics Fairy down below. I have picked up some great graphics from that site. So go ahead, check out your closets and look for pieces of frames or box frames and things that you can upcycle into super easy, beautiful home decor. And just like that, our last DIY is done. And I really hope you enjoyed this one and you saw how simple home decor can be. That's a wrap for me today, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to head down to the comments and let me know which was your favorite. And here's a couple more videos I thought you might enjoy. Until then, you guys, we will see you in the next video.